wanted to tell you all that you're welcome to join us, and indeed we are live every Tuesday and Wednesday from 2 to 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we do hope to bring this to the OWN network, the Oprah Winfrey Network, and it's a show that's long overdue. It's about the empowerment of women. That doesn't mean that men aren't welcome on our show as well, because if you've been with us for a while, you know that a lot of men do call in, they log on, they send emails, but it's primarily to help women through the crises that so many of us are going through. Marital changes. People who stayed in marriages 20, 30, 40 years are walking out and looking for something different after 5, 6 years, walking away and expecting something better and something different. Some cases it happens, some cases it doesn't, obviously. But we're here to help you through those difficult times. Again, I'm Joyce Keller, and this show, I think we just lost a light, is Women Warriors. Okay. Let's take an email. We have an email from Marge in Minnesota. Marge in Minnesota says she has been out of work for about a year and a half, and she's starting to become a little bit discouraged. Well, Marge, I feel that you have some changes on the horizon that are going to work very, very well for you. It indicates that you were in banking. Not a good place to be. Even though there were tremendous bailouts, banking is still a little bit on the difficult side. So we feel that it might be best for you to be retrained. And I see that you're going into something in management, but it won't be quite along the lines of banking. It'll be something that's much better for you, and it will have to do with administration. And that comes toward the end of the summer, like around the end of August. So I wanted to tell you about that. That was for Marge. And our engineer says we have a call that we should take. Do we need to take a call now? Jack says, no, okay, there are too many calls coming in all at the same time. They're trying to sort them out. Okay, we have a question about someone who lost a loved one recently, and they're grieving. We deal a lot with grief on the show. We have experts come in as well to help us through the grieving process. And grief is one of the most difficult things to deal with, as many of you know, unfortunately. And the grieving process is so difficult because so many of us don't accept the fact or don't realize that once you pass out of the physical realm, you go usually into something much better and something much easier. This is a very tough planet. The Earth is difficult. A few years ago, I wrote this book. I don't want this to be a commercial for me, but these are all things that are very helpful to our viewers and to our listeners. 7 Steps to Heaven. And it helps us through the grieving process. And there are so many books out there that do help you through difficult times and through changes that we're all going through. So you need sometimes just to have a little support system. So also for those of you who are on a spiritual path and you need to tune up their spirituality, you need to know more about meditation, want to know how you can have that attunement and sensitivity and awareness of what's going on above and beyond the physical. There's a great organization called the Self-Realization Organization in Los Angeles, and I don't know if you can see that. This is SRF. You can find it on the web, Self-Realization, and this is their little magazine that's very, very uplifting. Has lots of hints and information in here about how you can reach higher levels of understanding and spirituality. Okay, we have another listener logging on. We have Robert. A man. Welcome to Women Warriors. This is a show primarily for women, but we love men. And, we're here for you too, guys. So Robert is asking the question, again, about money. A lot of questions coming in about money and the transitional changes that the country's going through and the world is going through. I mean, the United States just bailed out Greece as much as possible. So Greece was in dire need. And the United States is a great country, always reaching out to other countries and helping. We need to do a lot more for the people in this country, too. And Robert is asking the question about his own financial situation. Sometimes, Robert, if you just grease the wheel of prosperity, the way you do that is, even if you only have $5 left, you give half of it away, and you give it to someone who's really needy and who really needs that little financial support. And it greases the wheel, helps to get things turning, helps to get prosperity kicked in gear. Okay, I wanted to tell you, you're listening to Joyce Keller. It's a show that we're putting together called Women Warriors, and it indicates that women have been struggling for a long, long time, maybe forever. I was recently reading about the early suffragettes, about the time that they had during the times they were trying to get the vote for women, and how difficult it was, how they were all jailed and beaten in jail and deprived of food and water, and it was really a horrendous situation simply because they wanted to get the vote for women. So things have been kind of an uphill battle for women for maybe forever. So we're here to try to help you a little bit along the way if we can. And we are live every Tuesday, every Wednesday from 2 to 3 o'clock on Blog Talk Radio. And this particular show is geared particularly toward the Oprah Winfrey Network, and we feel it would be just right for them. Okay, we have apparently we have our calls lined up, and if there's a caller there, let's see who's on the line. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, what's your name?
Oh, I'm sorry, Joyce. I was just listening, but you picked up, so that's wonderful. This is Linda calling, and I'm calling
Linda.
from Florida.
Hi, Linda in
I've
Florida.
talked to you before.
Hi, Linda.
Hi there.
How have you been?
Hi there. It will get better. I'm working on getting better.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say.
What do you think about women warriors?
Time.
You think we've been fighting for a long time for equal rights and equal pay?
Oh, yes, I could write a novel on that. I had an incident today.
Tell us.
And I work on my character. I work on how I represent myself, but then I also work on what's my truth. What's my truth? When you're saying a warrior, Joyce, it doesn't mean we have to go out there and be belligerent. And,
no, of course not. We're very nice about this.
It's called persistence and standing your ground. And I have a prescription with my insurance. We can go either through like Walgreens, any of the major pharmacies, or we can use in the mail order.
Right.
And just for an example, this is the first time I used this mail order. I used to use a real big one out of Chicago for many years. Came very professionally. All my medication came in a plastic bag, loose. The caps weren't on.
Really?
So I didn't make a big deal about it, but I addressed it.
Good.
So everybody just threw it in the rug, but also they mischarged me. So I thought, okay, let it go. But at least I addressed it.
You're very easygoing.
Well, no, I addressed it, and I said I'm not going to have it like this. I mean, I didn't just say, too bad, so sad. Right. I addressed it the second time it came, same way. And this major pharmaceutical company here in Florida got online, and they're telling me, we're painstakingly using different caps. We're trying different caps for the bottles, and
hey, they were loose.
So on and so forth.
But they were loose, Linda, right?
Oh, they all came loose in a plastic bag. In a plastic bag.
Isn't that illegal?
And I had to sort out all my pills, and so I knew my gut's telling me that's a bunch of baloney.
Right.
And I thought, well, this is my opinion of this company. It's a very low grade, and I'm not gonna have my medication coming like that. So, in the meantime, the other pill came, and it was just an antacid, but it usually takes 2 bottles. They had everything loose again in a bottle in the plastic bag, and the cap in the bottle. In other words, instead of 2 bottles, Joyce, came in 1. So then when I contacted them, the lady went on to this saying, well, we're going to send you heavy-duty bottles, and I couldn't get her to comprehend. I don't need heavy-duty bottles. I just need you to put a cap on it. So then something else came up where because it's 3 months at a time, one of the prescriptions did not have all the pills. So when I contacted them again, she got belligerent to me